Hello, this is Lenny, aka MediocreMilton, back with another Fortnite Save the World video. In this video, I'm going to be answering the question of what should you evolve your weapons to, Shadowshard or Obsidian? Now, for those of you that are unaware, you have a choice to make when you evolve from 3 to 4 star. You either have to go down the Crystal route, which is Shadowshard and then Sunbeam, or you have to go down the Ore route, which is Obsidian and then Brightcore. Now, real quick, we'll talk about the previous ores that are used so you can see what I'm talking about if you're unaware. So you pick any weapon, doesn't matter what it is. If you get it, when you get a schematic, you're going to notice every one of them is going to say copper, whether it's a gun or a launcher or a melee weapon, they all say copper. So we got copper here. Scroll down, we got copper here. Everything's copper. So at level 1, everything is copper. Now you're going to level up to level 10. And then when you get to level 10, you have to evolve to 2 star. And let's see if I have a 2-star weapon. I believe I have some 2-star weapons over here. So here we have one that's 2... Oh, no, this one's not 2-star. All right, so this is perfect. We can upgrade this one. So this triple tap has been upgraded to level 10, and now we have to evolve it. And when you evolve it, it's going to go silver. So in order to craft that going forward, you're going to need silver. You're going to need a power cell, blast powder. You're going to need new mechanical parts. I think those are simple mechanical parts. Previously, you're going to see it needs rusty mechanical parts and copper. So let's just real quick evolve that. And as you'll see, it takes a little bit of schematic XP, it takes 20 pure drops rain, and 3 weapon designs. So we evolve that up, and bam, now it's silver. So we're just going to level it up real quick, go through this example. And no, I just chose this weapon because it just happened to already be leveled up to level 10. Not recommending this weapon or recommending against it. We're just using it as an example. So once you get to level 20, the highest you can have for 2-star, and for legendaries that would be power level 58. You then have an option to evolve again. Like I said, right here we're using simple mechanical parts and silver. If you evolve this weapon, it's going to require you to use malachite and sturdy mechanical parts. Those are the green ones. So I'm not going to evolve this because I really don't feel like spending the resources because I already have some guns that are level 82. So once you get here, you evolve it, it's going to turn malachite. Every weapon, like I said, it goes from copper to silver to malachite. Here I have a level 82 gun that actually will level up because it is worth using. Typewriter, my typewriter is currently malachite. So if I upgrade this, I get a choice. We have Obsidian or we have Shadowshard. Now, what are the differences? Obsidian gives you more damage. No, wait a minute. No. I'm sorry. Obsidian gives you a higher fire rate and more durability. The Shadowshard gives you more damage and more impact. So your choices are higher fire rate, more durability, or more damage and more impact. Now, for me, I have never crafted anything. I have never evolved anything that I was going to use on a regular basis to Obsidian, whether it's a gun or a melee weapon. Every one of mine are Shadowshard. The only thing I have that is Obsidian are launchers, because launchers, you must go the Obsidian route. There's no other option. You go Obsidian, then Brightcore. But for every other weapon in the game, personally, I recommend going Shadowshard. Now, the only downside to that is the abundance of Obsidian it's almost like exponential. I can really quickly show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to my storage. I don't even know if I have that much anymore. I had stacks and stacks and stacks of Obsidian. I've actually gotten rid of it, either given it to people or just straight up dropped it or destroyed it. Whereas I've only recently acquired a lot of Shadowshard. Thankfully, some friends gave me some extra they have, but as you can see, like, I just have tons of Obsidian. So the only benefit going the Obsidian route would be that you will have much more of it. So there are a couple cases where you could justify going the Obsidian route. One would be if you're giving weapons to defenders. A lot of people like to make, they'll give their defenders obliterators or other weapons, and they like to go the Obsidian route because they have higher durability. I honestly still don't even do that. I just give them Shadowshard. If I did come across an opportunity to have a second like obliterator, I would probably consider making Obsidian. Also, if you have like a weapon that you just use for general purpose, so for example, like the one-of-a-kind guns, 100% I would always go the crystal route, so Shadowshard. For example, where's the Wraith? My Wraith. So the Wraith came out last year, excuse me, and 100% I made it Shadowshard. Now that you have an opportunity to get an additional Wraith from the military llamas, which are only going to be available for a few more weeks as I'm recording this. If you get a second one, you could make it Obsidian, especially if you're going to use it a lot, just because the amount of difference in time to kill for them is not that much. It's not going to be that noticeable, especially in most missions in the games. But if it's a weapon, like if you're going against higher content, I would 100% recommend going Shadowshard for everything. But if you just have like a general purpose gun that you want to use in missions, pretty good defenders, you could do Obsidian. There are some cases where people make that the one thing that you'll get, let's see if we can level up. We're just gonna look at a sword real quick. So the difference here is you get faster attack speed and durability if you go Obsidian. So a case could be made that you want more attack speed for swords particularly, but oftentimes the difference between the attack speed and the actual damage is just like nullified, or yeah, negated. Like, it's honestly just, I still go Shadowshard with everything. So I just wanted to make this video to answer that question. If it's in general, 100% go Shadowshard. The only times I would even ever, for me personally, after a year of playing, consider going Obsidian would be for weapons I would give to a defender, just because the defenders do shoot a lot. So they tend to they can burn through weapons a little bit faster than you normally would, because they will literally shoot at every single target as fast as they can. That's their job. Same thing with the melee defenders. And the second case will be if you just want to make a weapon to use, maybe if you're doing lower level content, or you just want to have, because you have so much Obsidian, you just want to have a gun to use, because like I said, the difference between the two, you're not going to notice that much difference. The Shadowshard weapons are definitely better, in my opinion. They kill faster typically, and they're obviously going to do more damage. Plus, the other thing with the Obsidian, like fire rate, probably not so good, because a lot of the weapons have some decent bloom. So the higher the fire rate, the harder it is to control your accuracy. So the case it just seems like 99% of the time it's better to go Shadowshard. So hope that answered anybody questions that had any questions about Shadowshard or Obsidian. And like I said, the only ones, the launchers must go the Obsidian route, so there's no choice for that, which is definitely helpful, because launchers typically have really low durability, so you definitely want to have Obsidian, because otherwise they would just break much faster. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help the channel. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button. And if you're interested, come over to twitch.tv/MediocreMilton. I do stream on a regular basis. Fortnite, I've been playing some Deep Rock Galactic, Dauntless lately, and Borderlands. So variety of games. Even if I'm not playing Fortnite Save the World, you're more than welcome to ask questions or see if anybody in chat wants to play with you, because most of the people that are in my chat have played the game or do play the game. So anyway, have a great day, and I will catch you in the next video. See ya.